Man, this is really something, I tell you. Guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video. This is an exciting day and I'm really excited to share today's video with you and walk through this. So basically this is a pre-qualifier for the Monday qualifier to get into the Byron Nelson. So I'm not sure exactly why they have pre-qualifiers. I'm not 100%, but I think it's because there's so many people. So there's a couple things that I want to note about today's video before we get into it. We are not going to see all of the footage from the pre-qualifier round. There is some restrictions on the media rights with the PGA Tour and such. So we're going to kind of walk through this. I'm going to talk a little bit and then, you know, look at some of the good holes and then some of the bad holes. And then obviously you guys wonder, you don't know where I finished at the end of the video. So it's going to be pretty simple, but this was a really good round of golf and it was really tough. It was interesting. I had to really fight for it and you guys are going to get to see that. So not gonna give any more of it away, but let's get into it. And I'm just excited for this opportunity. I'm excited to be documenting this process and this journey, and so many of you guys following, and the support has just been amazing. So with all that being said, let's get into today's video. Starting at hole number 10, which is my first hole, playing Firewheel Golf Park over in somewhere in Texas. I don't know exactly where it was, but it's a great golf course. It's in great condition. You guys saw it, and thank you guys for all the support. We're literally like 4,000 away from giving away my 2-iron, so if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that in order to have a chance to win that. But thanks for tuning in. Let's get into today's video. So obviously the first 2 holes made a couple pars to start it out, and that first tee shot, you guys couldn't see down the fairway from the angle that Katie was filming, but it was a little bit intimidating, and obviously it only went about 50 yards, and that was a tee shot that I was kind of anticipating, not because I was worried about hitting a bad tee shot, but because on the left side of the tee box for the first 75 yards is just a row of trees. And me hitting a fade with my driver, it made it really hard because you couldn't miss too far right because it was water. Unfortunately, just barely caught a little, one limb and just dropped straight down. Thankfully, I got a good break from it and I was able to, hit 4-iron, get myself back in position and make par. And then coming up to hole 2, that was a great driving hole. I hit a really good drive, just hit it basically dead straight instead of hitting my little fade, kind of over on the left side. Ended up getting up and down for a solid par. And then hole 3 and 4 are both relatively easy holes, but I hit a good drive in the fairway on 3, left it short, and then didn't get up and down. So I made bogey there. That put me a 1 over, as you see right here. And then hole 4, kind of the same situation, just hit a straight drive instead of fading it, put myself in a bad position off the tee. Ended up going back-to-back bogeys on 3 and 4. And then I got to hole 5, was starting to feel a little more comfortable, had a short par 3. And this is what happened on the next couple holes. So then I get to hole number 7, and it was another relatively long par 3. It's 200 yards. It was a little downwind, and I stood on the tee box, and it was so weird because me and Austin decided we were gonna hit 7-iron, and then right before I hit, literally right before I take my club back, I was like, it's into the wind, I gotta hit 6. So I switched to a 6, and what do you know, I was long over the green in the hazard, took my drop, chipped it on the green 2-putt, made a double bogey to put me right back at 2 over after getting it back to even with 2 really solid birdies. And so now I'm going into hole 8, being back to 2 over after I had made those 2 birdies. And holes 8 and 9 were pretty good, but we're gonna see those right now.
Go, buddy. Good putt.
Alright, so through 9 holes, I am 2 over par. Didn't have my best game on the front 9. It's pretty obvious. I wouldn't say I was as nervous as I was just kind of like, I was kind of just having not the most confident thoughts and not putting really confident swings on the ball. I was kind of being tentative. I was kind of like trying to control it and guide it. And, made it through the front 9 and 2 over, made a couple clutch pars there on 8 and 9. But heading over to the back 9, hole number 10, I made a really good par, and then hole number 11 was the first par 3 on the back 9. The following couple holes we're going to watch, but it was kind of interesting what transpired. So let's get over to the back 9. On hole number 12, me and Austin, what you just saw, you couldn't see it from where the angle of the green, but basically me and Austin were like, this putt's gonna go dead straight. It was about 8 feet, 9 feet, and I'm not even kidding. It needed like not even a full roll to get in. The ball was like hanging on the lip, but it wasn't gonna go in. So I tapped in for par. Hole 13 was just a really tough golf hole. Ended up hitting 2-iron off the tee, pushed it a little bit right, had to punch out, and then didn't get up and down, so I made bogey there. And then hole 14, another par 3, and this is a good one. You guys are gonna get to see this one. So made it to hole 14. I'm still 2 over onto my second par 3 of the back 9 here. It was interesting.
Tap that in, let's go.
So obviously you just saw that was probably, that bunker shot was probably the hardest golf shot I had all day. I was short-sighted to a downhill sloping, and my lie in the bunker was like, it was raked, but it wasn't raked flat, so like it was kind of almost like sitting up a little bit. It was just really weird, but I put a really good swing on it and got it down there to about 3 feet and made my par. Hole 15, I made just a pretty average par, didn't do anything special, hit a good drive, and then hit the green and 2-putt for par. Now I'm still 2 over par with 3 holes left to play, and me and Austin were like, we knew that wasn't even gonna have a chance. I was 2 over. I knew that even could possibly give me a chance to, you know, just be right on the edge, and I had 2 par 5s and a par 4 left to play. In the practice round, I played them really well, so I was pretty confident that I could, you know, possibly at least get a couple birdies out of the last 3 holes. And so this is what happened. We're gonna watch the last 3 holes, and yeah, let's just watch it and see what happens. But hope you guys enjoy, and then I'll see you guys after the round on the course and kind of explaining what happened. But let's get into the last 3 holes, and I knew I had to make something happen.
Come on.
Guys, what a round, man. I mean, coming down the stretch, I knew I was 2 over through 16 holes, and I just knew that wasn't it. I knew, I don't know how I knew, but I knew that 2 over was not gonna even have a chance. Hole 17, that is a really hard par 5 straight uphill. It's like 540 or something. It's uphill, played a little downwind, so I hit a really good drive. But then hitting a 5 iron, and when I got up there, I thought it was short, but when I got up there and realized I had 8 feet for eagle, that was cool. But then making that putt really just hyped me up. And then the drive I hit on 18 was the best drive that I hit all day. And unfortunately, I just kind of got a little tentative with that wedge. Still made par, but as of right now, I'm tied for 11th. So there's still some people to play, and you never know what's gonna happen. But man, I hope. I fought so hard, and I gave it all I had the last 5 holes. So, and I didn't have my best game today. So to get back to even par, I feel really good. And man, what a day. But I'll keep you guys updated here. It shouldn't be too much longer. We were closer to the last tee time, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. Well, guys, we are headed out. We, as of right now, currently tied for 12th. So I'm in it, but there's still a lot of people playing out there. So, but I tell you what, no matter what happens, we fought hard and we gave a good round. And I didn't have my best stuff today, and I pulled out an even part round. So not upset. I definitely like had a few unforced errors out there, but at the end of the day, it was a fun round.
It was a blast. I feel good about it because whatever it is, 6 competitive tournament rounds to this point, and he's played pretty daggum good every single time. This was the first one where he probably didn't have his absolute best, and yet he stuck it out, put together an even par round, gave himself a chance, and now only time will tell. We'll see what happens.
So it's been about 2 hours. We went and got some food, and probably about 30 minutes ago, we found out that I made it through. We made it through. It's a big we. It's a big we. I might have hit the shots, but literally, we make a great team, and I literally am so excited. I can't even hardly wrap my head around this. I know there's still a lot of work to do, but getting through my first pre-queue for a PGA Tour event into the Monday qualifier for a PGA Tour event is just literally, it feels wild. Yeah. It literally does.
It's incredible feeling, and honestly, it feels like it makes it even better that like kind of had to wait. Then we got to sit down and have dinner.
I couldn't even eat. I mean,
I went antsy.
Yeah.
Get to sit down and have dinner and just like constantly refresh the page, and to find out midway through your pizza that you're through and get to go on to Monday.
Yeah, and it's so cool because the Monday qualifier for a PGA Tour event. We know like Wesley Bryan's playing in it, Smiley Kaufman. There's a bunch of other like PGA
David
Tour
Lindbergh, yeah.
players. So it's like it hadn't quite hit me yet, but it's like it's a big deal, and I'm just so excited.
Yeah, it's cool, and it's one of those things. It's kind of just it reinforces the fact that you've got what it takes. On a day whenever it wasn't easy, mentally you hung in there, and you did what you had to do. We came in. We needed a birdie, 2 birdies or an eagle coming through on the last 2 holes, and you stick a 5-iron from 240 to 15 feet and roll it in for eagle. It's just incredible. What a way to finish.
Seriously. So obviously stay tuned. I will keep you guys updated. Gonna film the Monday qualifier and show you guys as much as I can. But thanks for tuning in, and thank you guys for all the support. It just means the world. So it's on to Monday, and we'll see you guys then. Peace.